Hey, thank you so much for tuning in and commenting on my post and picking today's topic. And what I'm going to be talking about today is, did you give up on your dream before the harvest? Now, what I mean by that is we all have dreams and we all have visions of what they look like intentionally and initially. However, we don't realize the process in which we have to go through. And sometimes that process is very hardening and it's hard. And right before we get to that harvest, we will give up because it's not what we envision. And I'm speaking to myself, and I have to be very transparent with you guys. A dream of mine has always been to put myself out there to teach, to speak, to encourage. And it's not up until recently that I have actually started to do those things. I've taken into consideration the vulnerability. I've taken into consideration all of the criticism that I may get. I've taken all of those things into consideration. However, I never took into consideration the time it was going to take to build something. And this is important for those of you who are really quick, and when something doesn't work out, you're quick to move to something else. This is for you. This is what I mean. I was one of those people who would often, if something didn't work out, jump to the next thing, or what they consider a jack of all trades. I wanted to do everything, especially when that one thing that I was focusing on did not work out. I was like, I'm just not going to be left without a plan B, so I'm going to do something else. However, I never actually perfected anything. So when I did start my videos, I went in with the same mindset and mentality that I had been using all of my life. And obviously I'm here, and it wasn't working out the way that I wanted it to. I questioned whether or not the content that I had was important enough for somebody to even listen to what I had to say. I questioned whether or not I was putting value into the world. I questioned so many things about what I'm doing, even though this is a passion of mine, just simply because it was not turning out in views the way that I thought, or in terms of how many likes and thumbs up that I got. I questioned all of these things, and that made me want to give up on my dream right before I got to, my harvest. And I'm still not at my harvest. I'm still in the process. And what I mean by process is we have to think about our dreams kind of like trees and flowers and plants like that. When you first plant something, it starts off really small as a seed. Then you water it, you cultivate it, you nurture it, and then it spreads root. And that's exactly how our dreams are. We have the idea, and we first have the idea, it's planted in our mind. And then we start to do the next steps in order to work on it and grow it. And then it starts to branch out. And that's almost like networking. That's you connecting and gaining your audience, or whomever it is that you are needing to make this dream successful. Then after that, depending on what it is that you're planting, it's going to take time to grow, and not everything is going to grow in a summertime or in the springtime. It's a seasonal thing. Certain things grow in different climates and in different times because of the thing that you planted. You have to then ask yourself, what dream am I planting? Is it a one-day thing? Is it a one-day goal? Is it a lifetime dream? Because it's going to take time. So if you plant something that's like a tree, trees take years and years to grow before you would gain a full-on shaded tree. But if you give up on that tree in the process, you'll never reach its full potential because of how long it's taking. What I'm here to tell you guys today is that treat your dream like you would your plant or your child. There's a seed that is planted. It takes time, and then it blooms. But if you stop right before it can bloom, and you stop nurturing it, and you stop taking care of it, you'll never reap that harvest that you started in the first place. Stay focused. Dreams take focus, consistency, patience, and love, because it's not oftentimes you're going to always want to do these things because it takes too long. There's going to be days that you don't want to get out of bed. There's going to be times where you don't want to invest in yourself, but it's going to take time for you in order for it to get you to that point to where you want to go. Nothing worth having comes easy, and you have to work on it, and you have to be willing to put in the time and the effort and the work in order for you to gain what it is that you're wanting. I hope that this video has enlightened you and helped you, and I hope that it is something that is positive for you. Don't forget to follow me on YouTube at Foryaearsonly and on IG at Foryaearsonly as well. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day.